guys, my fellow favourite YouTube friends, we are of course, me, Aaron, back with yet another pre-workout review, and this one really does come with some hype. It is the new pre-workout from Infamous Ultra pre-workout, and this one has genuinely been causing some hype in the pre-workout world on TikTok, Instagram, a load of social media platforms talking about it because of how stacked the formulation is. And it really is. On the face of it, guys, this looks like a fantasy league pre-workout. It's all of your favourite ingredients put into one potent looking pre-workout, and we're going to find out how it does in the real world. Of course, we look at the hype often, and sometimes the hype falls flat on the ground. Is this one going to be any different? And of course, it's going to cost a bit. It's going to be your hard-earned money that's on the line, and we're going to try our very best to give you our honest and thorough experiences of using this stuff in the real world, because it could save you the money, or it could tell you, go out and get this pre-workout because it's the best thing since sliced bread. As we go through the usuals: taste, price, label, and of course, primarily the effects of this in the real world. A big thanks to Infamous for sending it on down, but let's get to it. That moves us very nicely into the first segment of these reviews. It's the taste and the mixability. And arguably we start this segment because it probably is the least important. You neck these pre-workouts, you get on down the gym. You're not sipping them around the pool like a cocktail. It comes in two flavours that I can see on the website. The other flavour, the one we haven't got, is strawberry passion fruit. The one we've got is peach mango. I'll be honest, on the face of it, I'm not a big fan of probably of either of those pre-workouts. I'd like to have seen a candy-esque type flavour, but it is what it is. They've sent us this one. It does have a funny look to it. I'm going to overlay a video of it right now, and look at that. I've never seen a pre-workout formula that's yellow. Like, it literally looks like curry powder. Obviously, we've got to hope it doesn't taste like curry powder. So 2 scoops go in, all right? And that is a hefty 36 grams. A mega amount. In terms of average, I'd say the average weight of a pre-workout formulation is around 15 or 16 grams. And that's comparing like hundreds of pre-workouts across the world. So it is a big one. It's a meal. Not the heaviest we've ever had, but up there. Probably the top 5%. So, not that always matters, but it's just to give you a little bit of a pre-warning to how much is actually in this formula. So there it is. Give it a shake. It is definitely something, I've used it obviously, it's definitely something you want a lot of water with. At least 14 to 16 ounces, and more if you want to really sort of dilute it, because it is like a big amount. So, in terms of mixability, it does struggle a little bit. I guess that is no true surprise. It is a huge couple of scoops, right? It's not your normal, so it does struggle a little bit more than an average. Not to the point where it's crazy. Just at the bottom of it, you just go like that and you neck it on down. Anyway, peach mango going down. It's very strong smelling as well, like potent in the air. It is strong. It does have a real sour kick to it. I wouldn't say bitter. Tart, I could argue tart, yes. Sour, yes. It is really strongly flavoured, like really strong. I really reckon even in a litre of water, you would have it would probably be perfect in a litre of water. It is very strong. Don't get me wrong, I'd probably rather a pre-workout be stronger tasting than mild and weak, but it's one of the strongest flavoured pre-workouts that I can remember. It's very forthcoming. It is sweet and it is nice. That's the truth. Like I say, tart, yes. Sour, yes. Probably more towards tart. It's quite a sort of, you know what I mean. What would I give it out of 10? Bearing in mind I'm not a huge peach mango fan, but I'm quite an open-minded guy. You know, if it's a good peach mango, I'll give it a good score. If it's not, I won't. I'd go straight down and play a safe bet on an 8 out of 10. And that's probably just due to the fact that it is too strong. Any less water than 16 ounces, I'll say, or about 400 ml, and it's too much. Anyway, I digress now a little. We move into the price point of this. Okay, we're into the pricing element of this review. I feel like I'm throwing a curveball there, straight up, in the deep end, right? It is an expensive product. I don't think that's going to surprise anyone out there. There's 13 trademarked ingredients in here, a load of other bits and pieces. It's literally is an ultra pre-workout. So, you'll head on over to the official Infinus website, right? You can pick it up for $67.99. I'm sure they've got sign your email address up or other bits. If we ever get a discount code, then we'll chuck that down below. But it's an expensive formula. You get 40 or 20 servings per the container. And for consistency's sake, the same as we do for any pre-workout out there, we always run it on the maximum serving that they give us. And I think the simple reason is, I think most people out there will normally just go straight in on that 2 scoop dosage. Therefore, it will come in at $3.40 per go. UK guys, hard to get our hands on it, but if we were able to easily, for a straight conversion across, it would come in at £2.68 per go. We have a consistent pricing scale, a lot of you know that. We're a 5 out of 10 if it is an average price point per serving on average for pre-workouts across the world. The unfortunate sounding part here is this does score a 0 out of 10. Our scale goes up to £2.60, and obviously it's £2.68. An expensive formula, no doubt. But we always throw it in at the end here. It's the car analogy. Your 5 out of 10 car is your average typical car that you'll see in areas near wherever you are living. This is Lamborghini, this is Ferrari, this is Aston Martin, it's the supercar of the pre-workout world. Does that make it worth it? That's down to your discretion at the end of the day. Let's move into the label. What is she packing? Okay, into the label of this product. I'm going to flash it up on the screen for you to see it right now. As I said, stacked. It really is one of the... it's going to be in the top 5% of pre-workout formulations we've ever seen on the channel. Very stacked. And of course, therefore, that pricing segment sounded a bit sad, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to quickly go through these ingredients. I'm not going to do all the science behind it. I'm just going to say what they primarily aim for, because I'd be here all day and you would too. So 36 grams. I'm going to be going on the 20 servings, the 2 scoop dosage. I'm going to skip past the proteins, calories, sodium, all of that at the top. That's just general bodily function. L-citrulline at a whacking 8 grams, pumps nitric oxide production, vascularity, vasodilation benefits. We got 3.2 grams of carnosine beta-alanine, therefore beta tingle, paresthesia, itchy feels, and of course endurance benefits. Betaine anhydrous, again the clinical 2.5 grams. A jack of all trade, this one. Endurance, hydration, strength output, even some cognitive clarity benefits have been shown from it. L-tyrosine, a good dose, 2 grams. The amino acid, again, responsible for clarity, concentration, and hopefully some mood boosting benefits. We got taurine at 2 grams for endurance and hydration benefits. We've got nitrosogene at 1.5, the good dose, again, working with the L-citrulline for more nitric oxide production and ultimately the pump in the gym. We have alpha GPC up next, 600 milligrams, a very good dose. Choline type for focus, clarity, coordination, getting you in the zone in the gym. We have Vasodrive AP at a good dose, 508 milligrams. Again, more nitric oxide production, more pumps. We have up next Vitacholine, 500 milligrams, working with the alpha GPC, another choline source for more focus, neuron connectivity, getting you in the zone, right? We have up next Peak ATP at a massive dose, 450. You normally only see that about 150. That's in there for endurance, recovery, oxygen uptake, those type of benefits. Sea salt, 400 milligrams, contractions, pumps, hyperhydration benefits. Citicholine, Cognizin, 250, another choline type, another focus benefit bringer, hopefully with some mood boosting properties. We got caffeine anhydrous at 220, slightly lower than typical, 2.2 cups worth of coffee. Energy drink amount, stimulation and energy in your training session. Theobromine, 200 milligrams, slight bit of energy there, mood boosting properties. Fat burning, a little bit of that there. Bitter orange as Advantra Z, 200 milligrams, fat burning, energy production. We got a City Peak up next, which is Citra Peak, should I say, another sort of fat burning focus element ingredient that we haven't seen before, rarity. L-theanine, 100 milligrams, not too high that it makes you tired, but it comes with those focus benefits, the anti-crash mechanism, hopefully prolonging that sense of energy and focus. We've got coffee bean extract up next. No, sorry, it's a combination. It's S7 at 100 milligrams, which is double the normal. S7, 230% uptake of nitric oxide, apparently, according to studies, for more pumps. We're looking at a very pumpy formula, I've got to say. Well, we're looking at everything now. We've got coffee bean, fruit extractors, cognitive at 100 milligrams, focus, bit of energy, mood boosting properties. We got caffeine, more of it, a slow digesting and more bioavailable source of caffeine at 100 milligrams, topping it up nicely here for more, of course, energy and stimulatory effect. We've got up next Infinergy, another caffeine source, slower digestion version for working with the L-theanine, prolonging that energy sense, helping with endurance in the gym. We've got up next Astrogen for absorption and uptake of these ingredients. Very important with a heftily stacked ingredient formulation and a 30-minute window before you get training. Hopefully get these really working, get the intestines taking them up. And we wrap off the formulation with Huperzine A, 10 milligrams at 1%, so 100 micrograms for focus, concentration, learning, clarity. Hopefully I ain't missed anything. I'm probably have. It's such a stacked formulation. We are looking at all the elements we normally look for. Focus, pumps, energy, with side notes of endurance, mood elevation, thermogenic, fat burning effects. A stacked formula. I've got to say, it is, on paper, it really is ultra. Let's move into the effects. Does it live up to the hype? And that moves us into the effects of this stuff in the real world. It's the new pre-workout from a company out of nowhere, like a phoenix from ashes. Infinus's ultra pre-workout formulation. Stacked, expensive, hyped. Does it live up to all of the things that it calls for? We're looking on paper, it's not got any holes. It really hasn't. Unless you're a stim junkie and you want illicit ingredients. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the performance that this does give. Starting us off at the beginning of the experience, it's very consistent. Each and every time, worked very well. Beta-alanine, I didn't expect it, because when you see formulas that are meals, you know, there's a lot to digest there. 36 grams. Beta-alanine normally gets like, it just slows the whole process of the uptake up and you don't feel the beta-alanine. But I was happy to say, and I'm happy to tell you, you do get a strong sense of tingles, itchy, urgency style feels as the pre-workout kicks in. What follows is a very short, nice sense of energy. The urgency from the beta-alanine combines with those sources of caffeine to really get you in the zone. The strength of the pre-workout for me was a real sense of optimal performance and absolutely solid endurance. And we don't typically look for those. They're not the pinnacles of the pre-workout world. Energy, smooth, consistent, refreshing, not overpowering. There's no jitters, cold sweats, chills, nasty, nauseating feels. It's not a slap you in the face pre-workout. It's a growing up, adult, productive, performance-based ride. It's a really good pre-workout. There's no denying that. Focus, in the zone. Truth be told, as good as Focus can get without going down into the black market. That's the truth. Dialed in, sense of mood elevation was very apparent. A to B to C, D, E. You do crush training. It's one of those pre-workouts where you genuinely do have to drag yourself out of the gym because you have a sense of strength endurance as well. Could be placebo. Looking at that label, it does get you excited, but we always try and take it with a pinch of salt and we try and blind test this stuff. But I did feel strong endurance during the training session. Strength endurance. Stronger for longer. That is something, if you ask me about this pre-workout in a year's time, that would be one of the things I would take forward. Hydrating sense feel. The pumps are nasty on this stuff. I would have to say the pumps are my favourite element. They are, quite obviously I do think, rivaling pump-only formulas and overtaking a hell of a lot of them on its way. I'm trying to think of analogies that really sum this pre-workout up. In the pricing segment, I called it the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the Aston Martin, the supercar. And it is those. However, where it's not a super strong pre-workout, I couldn't call it a super fast car.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
But it's an all-round beauty. It's very, I'm trying to think of a car that would summarise it. Think of the most expensive SUV out there that's productive. It gets really good miles to the gallon. It is quick. It's spacious. It's got everything you want from a growing up businessman sense. And you can also have a bit of fun with it. But you see what? I hope these analogies come through. Now, I've got to be honest with you. Who's it for? It's got to be people that have a big budget. If you're on a budget, a tighter budget, I just got to be honest with you, it wouldn't be for you. It's better than other pre-workouts on the market. It's in the top 10% of pre-workouts out there. But for someone who's really on the budget, there's not enough of a difference to put yourself into hardship. If you've got spare money, this will not let you down. It is really an all-round pre-workout. It's not got any holes. Again, like I say, if you ask me in a year's time, it's a performance pre-workout for advanced people. This is not your weekend warrior pre-workout. It's for someone who almost is professional at some sport or something, who needs to take training to a level above the a level above. It's a professional pre-workout. That's the way I see it. There's no denying it. It is a fantastic pre-workout, but you do pay the fantastic price for it. That's the truth of the matter. So it has to come down to, are you an advanced professional in some area, or you really love pre-workouts, or you've got a lot of expendable income, then it doesn't matter, does it? It's a peak level pre-workout. There's no denying it. It comes together as good as the formulation says it will. Not much more can be said. Obviously, it's not for stim junkies because it's not an incredibly strong pre-workout. It's not a slapper, but it is still strong. Like, that's the truth. Like I say, I think you've got to go back to that analogy. Think of the most expensive SUVs, all singing in every single department. This is it. This is it of the pre-workout world. Guys, check it on out if it sounds right for you. If you've got the money, you will not regret it. Big thanks to Infinus for producing something like this. It's rare. It's a rare breed. Appreciate you guys watching at home. What do you think if you've used it? Would you pay those prices for it? Do you like that formulation? Let us know all of the goodies down below. Appreciate you watching. And as always, of course, stay stimmed. Cheers for watching.